With a massive fire in Southern California and another in Northern California, the Central Valley in the middle of California is getting double the amount of bad air. You can see here the sky is foggy and the air quality is extremely poor, which could explain why there are no joggers or bikers on this biking trail. As people are walking by and standing here to cross the street, they may not notice a power line attached to the traffic light. Only a few weeks ago, Tulare County decided they would put up these share the road signs for drivers to become better aware. Traffic here is becoming more heavy. Here at River Park, you can see behind me a two-car collision. In between the first and second quarter today here at Bulldog Stadium, fans gathered behind me and lit up these wristbands. Just 25 years ago, it was just a house and a very big empty field. As you can see behind me, a small portion of what that Malibu fire has done. Due to the campfire up north, the air quality has become so poor here at UC Merced, all classes were canceled. There has been a shortage of trees in the Pacific Northwest, and because of that, it is affecting prices here in California. This tree is now worth $5 more. If you think this lady is scary, wait till you see an entire house dedicated to everything spooky. Those students are inside because their university told them to. Here at UC Merced, the air quality is so poor due to the campfires up north that all classes were canceled today. It was a murky day in Merced County. The poor air condition caused students to stay indoors as classes were canceled.
So that the health recommendation was to keep people inside. On a campus like ours, you can't keep them inside because folks are walking between buildings and buildings to go to classes. And so at that moment in time, we decided to err on the side of caution and cancel classes and send folks home for the rest of the day.
And as we walk up the hill to come to class, you could tell like it's hard to breathe. I stay inside most times because it's not good to be out here.
Outdoor activities were canceled, including campus construction and student events.
Today was also Friendship Day, celebrating the spirit of friendship with one another. We had to cancel those activities. So students put a lot of time and energy into those events and activities, and having to cancel those means that all that planning sometimes feels like it just went away.
Classes and all outdoor activities will also be canceled tomorrow.
We don't take canceling the classes and closing the university lightly, and all of that had to be taken into account today.
Reporting from Merced, Kassandra Gutierrez, Fox 26. There's been a shortage of trees in the Pacific Northwest, and because of that, these trees have increased by an average of $5 per tree. Sid, a Christmas tree seller here in Fresno, has seen the number of trees being grown decrease in recent years.
Severe shortage of trees, and it's not looking any better for the next, as far as I could see, 10 years of this.
Sid has had to increase the price of his own trees.
Noble fir, a 5 to 6 this year is running $55. Last year it was $50. And then a 6-7 this year is $75 versus last year it was $70.
Every year, Sid travels hundreds of miles north to personally handpick his trees.
Well, I go up in early September every year, and I go up to Oregon and Washington, and I personally mark these trees.
He says it's more than a hobby.
It's just a passion that I just want a great quality tree for my market. And the only way I'm going to be able to do that is personally go up there and mark them myself.
Like in past years, every single one of Sid's trees is expected to be sold this year.
All of them. Every one by the 19th, 20th, we're done here. Because of the shortage. There's not, if you go around town now, you're going to see very few lots that are going to be around this year.
In Fresno, Kassandra Gutierrez, Fox 26, your hometown news connection. The Vineyard Farmers Market has seen children come and go over the past 40 years. But Glory Laurel has always been part of the landscape. Glory grew up here, helping her dad with his flower booth.
Did you have a question?
No, I just want to buy a base.
Oh, sure. $3 for all 4 of those.
Now, she runs the business. Bob the beekeeper trades honey for bouquets with Glory. He adores her.
Yeah, she gets whatever she wants. Cash, soap, honey.
Felix Muskies has known Glory from the beginning.
I remember when she was, 2 or 3 years old.
Oh, I remember when you were just running around and little girl barefoot.
Now, people come from all over the valley to buy flowers.
Go there, tour the beautiful flowers.
Glory's father started the business in 1996. Every petal on every flower comes from this garden, where just 25 years ago, it was just a house and a very big empty field. John Warner planted the flower garden after his second divorce when Glory was 3. He tended it with care to provide the extra money he needed to support his 7 children. Glory remembers a childhood filled with love.
And then he put in all these trees, so kind of was really nice. You know, he made it really beautiful.
But then, bad news. Doctors diagnosed Warner with aggressive melanoma and stage 4 colon cancer. He lost part of his ear, but he survived.
The doctors think he's like some kind of like miracle.
It was his attitude that made all the difference.
The thing that I attribute most to his healing is that he knew he would heal. He just knew it.
I've been her caretaker since she was 3 years old. And now she's my caretaker.
Although the cancer is gone,
I have my issues with Parkinson's disease, and it makes it difficult.
it's Glory's turn to nurture her dad.
Before the Parkinson's and all that, like I was telling you, like the superwoman syndrome, which I like to call it, where it's like this idea that like I can just do everything and I don't need any help from anyone. And I realized that I couldn't do everything. And that is probably the most liberating and beautiful feeling that you can have, is to feel like you're enough, to feel like you're good, just exactly the way you are.
She's sowing the seeds for the next generation.